I'll be looking out for overall. But we're into week 3. We've got plenty more on the table, folks. Look how exciting this is. Mr. X, what are you looking at here? What's taking you fancy?
It's got to be Atlanta FaZe against Florida, right? I mean, the match that we saw here this weekend between them was amazing. Goes all the way to the distance. I'm excited to see what those teams do with some actual league games underneath their belts, more scrim time. I think the match could even be better. So that's the one that I'm looking at in week 3.
Love it, love it. Nameless, what about you?
I want to see the Thieves and how they stack up against the world champ. And like Slash is back on 4v4, Temps on the squad, Kenny and TJ, they're all in Texas. It'll be a Texas on Texas battle, right? So that's gonna be a good one. And we'll be able to gauge how good the Thieves truly are, because obviously Dallas looks incredible. Their chemistry's still there. They're firing on all cylinders, so that'll be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. Now, talking about Dallas Empire, we're going to have a look at all of their matchups, because this powerhouse really set the tone for this weekend. They set the tone for their regular season. What we've seen from them so far has been honestly blowing me out of the water. So, looking at Dallas Empire here, Mr. X, what are you kind of predicting, looking at kind of who they're going to be lined up against? Do you think they're going to have an issue heading into the regular season with all of these kind of caliber of opposition?
Not really. If what we saw from this weekend holds true, I expect Dallas. They had a great performance against New York, like we talked about, but New York obviously going through what they're going through. You expect Dallas's performance to dip a little bit, and it's how much can some of these teams kind of catch up in these next few weeks. Where I think their toughest games are going to be Optic and the Thieves. If they're able to get by those, you're looking at a potential run through this whole stage 1 for them. That looks very good, a lot of wins. So that would be my thing. The match against Optic and Thieves, I think, are going to be huge for this team.
Yeah, I mean, there's some big names on this board here. Optic, LA Thieves. It's going to be very interesting to see who their nemesis is going to be forming into when we get into the regular season. I have been told the game is nearly ready, folks, so I'm going to head us to a quick break right now. But when we come back, we have the final game of the night. It's going to be LA Thieves versus Optic Chicago.
Yeah.
What you doing when the money comes? Gotta get it now, ain't no time to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time, what we many consider to be the main event here at the Kickoff Classic. Let's get on with it. Chicago Optic versus Los Angeles Thieves. We haven't got a lot of time to get through this, so I'm just going to say it is good to be back. Optic Gaming has returned, and now the LA Thieves, they are now a part of the league. Let's get straight into the teams. Let's just do this. Chicago Optic, let's go. Not that they needed the introduction, but boy oh boy, is it good to see these players back in green again. Dashi, Envoy, Formal, and Scump. They really don't need an introduction chance. Damn, good looks all around.
Bro, in Texas, this team is ready to fry. Like, it is going to be fantastic. And I'm going to make an early call, dude. I think this might be the best T2P that we have seen in years. I think these guys, at least early on, they have been ferocious. They look as good as they've been in years past. And, like, honestly, as far as duos go, absolutely the duo I'm most excited to watch this year.
On the other side of the board, the LA Thieves, Kenny, Slasher, Temp, and TJ Haley. I mean, there is nothing. The chemistry between all these players and these teams. Of course, Kenny, one of the best 4v4 players Call of Duty's seen for a very, very long time. Slasher and TJ, success on Rise Nation, you name it. Temp's been around the block a few times again. TJ is a teammate. There is nothing. The chemistry, the commitment between all these squads. And shout out everyone to Texas.
Dude, shout out Temp's hair, by the way, too. Just credit where credit is due, right? Like, matching the background, repping the team, looking good. But this is just a true battle, man. These are two teams at the top of their games. The last time we've seen all these guys in 4v4, like, Envoy wasn't even around for World War II. That was the game where Kenny was winning Rookie of the Year, where Temp was at his best. Like, there are so many storylines and interactions between the players, let alone the organizations, let alone that this is the fact that this is Nadeshot's team coming against X as soon as he gets it back. This is the series, Miles, that it is worth risking the noise and playing for.
45,000 people voted for this one. This was the matchup you all wanted to see. I mean, forget about Dashi being on this Optic Gaming squad last year for LA. I mean, the fact that TJ was on that squad as well. I mean, this is going to be a fun one. Personal or not, very, very excited to see how this one plays out. Garrison's up first. We're seeing Ken start to work his way around the map. Finding a lot of kills across the board here. And again, so far, LA Thieves get themselves a nice bit of time. It's going to be up to Chicago now trying to bounce back and get themselves on that point. As far as the minimap goes, the LA Thieves will be in the white arrows, off of Chicago, obviously in the green.
It's fun enough. Kenny hasn't even really taken a gunfight yet. He's been hanging out, but there is a clean 4 down. The pinch from Envoy timed perfectly. And this is big as well. With 18 seconds left, they're going to have to set up in rotation anew. You already see that Scump is making sure he takes care of top 3, but this is good time to go. Making sure that Optic is going to take the lead. And again, as long as they make sure they hold on to this next kill, they're going to be in a great spot. Because as we know, full 60 potential abound.
So, he's trying to get out of dodge, but he still can. Hardpoint straight in the hands of Optic Chicago. But it feels good to say that. He's now trying to make the approach. 2 of them making the way through mid. The spawn's in the favor of Optic for now. Formal's going to get a big win against Temp there. And he's there for the immediate trade out. Here comes the push from the Thieves. Straight through the center of the map. It's going to be on Scump up next. So a nice bit of 2-man work there from TJ and Kenny. He's going to find the kills. Onto the hard point now we go. Envoy goes down. It's a nice break here from the Thieves and looks clean. There's still got to contend with these players now pushing in. It's going to be 4 more going to the top. Finds 1 on the TJ. But the battle still raging chance. A decent flip though from the Thieves.
Bro, that was insanely impressive from the Thieves on that rotation. That was a 3-man unit rotating through bricks. We got Kenny chucking nades up top green to watch the back as they just fly on forward. That is as clean of a break as you could ever ask for. Making sure that their team can take the lead, and you see Optic, they know what the deal is, pushed all the way in the back of the map. We've seen quite a few teams, even today, they die in these moments and start to spawn out. Optic not making any mistakes. They get the setup that they want. Envoy, that front man, already getting a couple of kills, and while you can see he's the bait for his teammate, Envoy's going to fall, Scump right there for the kills, and Envoy's got the timing right. He's right back off respawn.
Seeing these kills come through, Dash, trying to hold down the side of the push. We've got Envoy watching that back left-hand side. Here comes the push through Tools. TJ's going to leave that charge. It's going to Dashi now. So when he can to slow these players down. First gets 110, will get the trade out. Scump's going to be there. Wonderful shots at range there with 74U from 10. The Slasher has managed to slip the net. He has managed to get inside. How much damage can he honestly do though? As Dashi and Formal, they bring him down. 10 can't get anything going on the front end. Formal finds another big kill. And just like that, Optic Chicago, they're going to hold that point. The next 20 seconds, it's all theirs.
Scump, by the way, on a 4 spree. Don't believe he died a single time on that hill and got 36 seconds while doing it. There's number 5 with a kill on Kenny. but Temp from the vents is going to be able to shut him down. Either way, could you ask for a better hill on the response? Again, they made sure to play it perfectly. Even when they were dying at correct time. Now, of course, on the break, trying to plug through vents. And look at the challenge. All 4 players at the exact same time, lining up for Temp, though. He's able to take down 3, but even still, the break for the actual hill is good because Formal was able to get at least a little bit of time.
Temp's still trying to keep this run alive. Trophy's not going to help much. Scump's going to be there to pick up the kills. Now, we do have the hard point in the hands of the Thieves for now. Scump lining up. Flashes already count from top. Green control, falling from behind, going to make that safe. And now the danger starts to evolve. The Thieves are in a world of hurt. Scump, Dashy, Formal picking up those kills. The Trophy system gave up the most fight there after that push. As Optic Chicago now over the 100 point mark. There's 20 seconds left on this hard point. Go over the boxes. And I will say, Optic Chicago have been all over rotations, they've been all over the kills, they've done a fantastic job. Individual plays coming through from the Thieves, we're still early on in this hard point.
Now you got the Thieves already. TJ, he is pushed out towards backlights. He is just looking for an errant kill. I think most teams are going to be happy with trying to force these back spawns. There's the kill he's looking for. Envoy wins the gunfight. And Chicago have actually had a nice spread. Formal was going on a bit of a pinch. He gets dealt with. That is 3 down in favor of Optic, but the split spawns coming in for Thieves. At least for Optic, Envoy, he seems aware. TJ going on the wide flank is going to be able to pick up one. Envoy, though, quick on the reaction time, able to get the second kill. But basically, no time has come through on this hill. Neither team has been able to stabilize. Finally, Formal's able to post up, get some trophies around him. Optic may be able to throw up a few more seconds on board, but Kenny shooting players in the back, the timing just perfect. Miles, this is a back-and-forth game already.
This is great. So far, so good, though. OC, we're going to work on the names in Texas. Send me a DM. Let me know what you want me to call your boys. But they're looking good so far. 125 in climbing. It's going to be the final 10 here. We are seeing TJ with that top control. Formal still just picking up those final few moments. We love to see that. 17 and 11 for Formal right now. Kenny and TJ are trying to make their way forward. So I think it's Formal just losing that gunfight. Kenny was one more bullet there from the XM4 of Formal. Over the next half when we go, next rotation's underway. Temp's going to be that first player in the hard point. We're seeing Dashy making a play now from lights. The rest of Optic also making their way forward. Scump with a 2-piece and kill feed. Formal and Envoy, they're going to set themselves up for the next rotation as well. That's top control now, all there. Scump has got free reign to start hitting these hard points and start pushing these players back on spawn. Chance forward with big shots from Flasher. 30 seconds remaining. Optic Chicago, they are looking dominant on the second set.
And shout out Scump, by the way, the 3 kills he just picked up in the middle of the map absolutely gave the clearance for his teammates to actually push inside the hill. Formal's job just to watch over top, keeping Dashy safe. The power position from this direction either way. Nade's not going to connect. The beams are there. 4 spree for him, 22 kills to his name. Texas is a different state for the young man, Formal. Looking fantastic so far as Optic. You talked about it being a back-and-forth game, at least early on. Really starting to run that score up. They have full control of New, and the difference between this time and last time is you got Dashy in the power position. There is no coordinated flanks to come in and break this hill. This is you have to get past Bruce as he's on a tear. 6 free for him.
Free. Are they going to be able to bring him down here? He slides across. He stays safe, but now hard point still in the hands of Optic. And this is starting to get ugly. Actually, still on your screen, still holding down that 6 spree. He's going to take on anyone that makes their way up the top, and it looks like Thieves are going to try to break from down low. It looks like, again, 2 of them managed to make their way forward. Scum picking up those kills. TJ now, he's trying to get involved. The view of the hard point, and meanwhile on the front lines, Formal's doing what he can. Slasher now gets involved. Bringing the XM4 to the front lines. Dashy still on that spree. Will he find any more? Bristol, Mikey keeps it going. It's 8 in a row. And my, look at that score. Thieves have had no answer whatsoever here in the second set.
And praise the Lord, Optic right now firing on all cylinders. Nice little map spread for New. I mean, again, we're just talking about even just on a purely rotational standpoint. Look at the setup they have. Dashy's the one that had to get this old time, so he's the farthest one away. And actually, I think Kenny just got the magic spawn in the back. I could have sworn it was blocked. Maybe I just blinked for too long. So the rotation battle, maybe Optic's doing a great job, but as far as lucky spawns go, the Thieves will take what they can get. Cross that 100-point margin on the hill. Now Dashy again, just on a 10 spree. Just see a little bit of magic, see how far he can run it up.
Casual 11. Ben's going to end it, but damn, it was not bad. He's in out on the point. He's not out of this yet. They're still going to try to hold this one down. There's favourable spawns for now. Let's see Optic now try to break this one from the front. It's going to be Envoy making the charge through. Temp TJ, they're going to hold the front line. Kenny goes down in the tools, and now it falls down to the rest of the squad. They're going to thin out the numbers. See if Optic can find him here. They're not going to make too much of an effort to take care of this hard point. Eyes are still on the next one. Temp and Slasher now making their way forward. Envoy over towards the next hard point. Slasher, what are you going to be able to do? You're going to be able to clean this player out, but Envoy, big brain plays. Still hold the hard point from that position. The tags are going to be there. Fantastic cover from Optic. Chance, this could be the last hard point we see. Envoy now soaks up the time.
Hey, that was clean kills from Envoy too. He got the 2-piece all like falling down. Don't know how to pull it off, but eventually gets shot in the side. Kenny on the flank, able to pick up a few. Still though, just 12 seconds away, and this is going to be Optic's game. Got a player in vents that Dashy they need to deal with. The rest of the pressure going to be coming through the front. Big gunfight inside the hill. 2 going to be picked up for Optic. 10th there for the trades though. Not able to stabilize, but Optic again, one big opening. They will be able to take this game.
No, got to make it happen though. Still not able to get on the point. Finally now we see Optic on the point. 10 seconds for the win. Scump from up high, clearing out these players. Kenny goes down. It's now 5 seconds for the win. It's going to be Envoy on the point while Scump just roams around the map and cuts away whoever it needs to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Optic game in a back. What a big win for Chicago. 250, 136. That's how you start off a series.
Oh, absolutely, dude. In T2P, just showing work. You got Formal for the best play. I think this is where he's beaming people off head glitches. There's the first. These are not easy gunfights to win. Keep in mind, you're used to winning these from caution. And the laser vision from Formal good enough. But him and Scump throughout the entire time put up big numbers. A hell of a way to get there your start.
Well, you know, it's an exhibition, but you can't lie. It's pretty lit. It's a lot of fun. Thieves. Tough hard point for them. Opportunity now to bounce back in the search and destroy as everyone rehydrates. We obviously can see Optic playing there from hex quarters. Stats on your screen right here. I mean, actually, 23 and 14. Formal, 28 and 20. Huge hard point time there from Envoy and Dashi as well. Both of them pushing towards the 2-minute mark. Scum went huge as well at 20 and 18. Big work from them all across the board. Chicago looking absolutely fantastic, no massive surprise there. They stream their scrims. We can all see the improvement. We can all see the games, and it's incredibly exciting to watch them through. They're putting in the hours, and it is showing.
And yeah, it's the decision making too, right? Like how many teams today on Garrison, when they're rotating over towards P3, people take gunfights in the final few seconds and they end up dying and spawning out. Optic, they ran to the far back of the map. They went and had their like true setup with 15 seconds left on the hill. They played it perfectly. Envoy with a tight corner, Scump there from the trades. Clinical work, and I'd say outside of the one that spawned that I'm pretty sure Kenny just sort of magically got in the back. Outside of that, most things were done pretty perfectly for Chicago.
Yeah, wonderful stuff all around, an exciting start to this series. We do have that search and destroy coming up just after this, but before we get into that, we have a short video piece talking about roster mania and LA Thieves.
Well, my offseason was terrible, to be honest, really stressful. For the longest time, we were just kind of waiting around.
And then finally, after like a month and a half of just being in the dark,
We found out that 100 Thieves was buying the team.
I was actually out on the run. I come back, I'm drenched in sweat, and I just check my phone. I'm getting a FaceTime from Nate Shot.
The second I woke up, I had a FaceTime from him and my mom. And I FaceTimed him first because you don't get a FaceTime from Nate every day.
And I literally started jumping for joy. I couldn't believe it. Temp will be our fourth going into the 2021 season on LA Thieves.
I've teamed with Austin and TJ before. We've made multiple grand finals. I always wanted to play with Kenny.
Our vibes all around great. Like anytime we're streaming together, probably the funniest stream you ever get.
TJ's like one of my godfathers. He got me to become a pro, so I'm happy to play with him.
I think he's going to fit well on our team. Me, Ken, and Slash are a good core three, and I think Temp fits the fourth perfectly.
Whatever these guys need me to do, they want me to run a smoke, they want me to run a trophy, I got them. Win the World Championship, Call of Duty World Championship 2021, that's the goal, period.
Pressure is on for these players now. We take a quick look at the social soundboard powered by Astro Gaming. Nave coming in and saying, I'm going to sub into Temp tomorrow and take down Scump and Formal myself. Coming out of retirement, Nave basically claims he's going to go for it, but man, that was a tough one. Whoever's running the LA Thieves social account is like put down the tequila. Nave's having a good time, and rightfully so. 100 Thieves are taking off doing big things for gaming well. We'd love to see them back here in the CDL. Sorely missed. Very, very excited to see how the year goes for them. Thieves versus Optic. This is gonna be a good one. And you know what? We know you want to search and destroy, but we can't get the other one out. Let's do this, Chance. Let's show that video now about Optic and the team changes and everything that went through for them in the offseason.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The more
Exactly.
I talk
There we
about
go.
it, the more insane this roster was.
It looked like they were good, but not good enough to beat the likes of Empire and FaZe. Arsenes and Pristini out. Dashy in. There was drama going into this year that Dashy was trying to leave Optic to get on Huntsman.
Basically, he told Seth and Hector, like, yo, you guys gotta come save me.
Brandon, he's a super disgusting player. His 5-piece that he got on Seaside.
Through the front line, Dashy!
Oh my god! Let's go!
I am okay with this roster. I don't love the move, but I know Dashy could prove me wrong.
Who is going to lead the troops? That is my single biggest concern.
You said Hex? Hex did what? Bought Optic back? No comment. No comment.
It just feels right. It just feels right seeing those players back in the Optic days. But again, still got a long series ahead of us for T2P. Everyone's lit, excited to see them. This was them last season, during the MW season again. This was a bit of a rough one for the Chicago Huntsmen at times. We saw mixed success. Now, this early form is fantastic, getting them started here in Cold War. I mean, those KDs only tell some part of the story, but honestly, man, what we've seen in screens, what we've seen in the scrims so far, Chicago are a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. They've been like a trend-setting team, too, at least in certain regards. Envoy, because everyone's giving crap. Just so you guys know, years ago, he wanted it to be pronounced Envoy, and then he just randomly switched it last year to Envoy. He's trying to pick and choose. He can't have it both ways. Or actually, he can, because he's the one that is the trendsetter for the team. He was one of the first players I saw running engineer, making sure that his comms are on point and being like, hey, they got trophies on this hill, don't throw any nades. All right, now the trophies are clear, here's where they're at. He is a hyper-efficient machine, just from a communication standpoint, let alone the gameplay. And his gameplay is second to none. Phenomenal player to join the boys of T2P and Dashy as well, but obviously Search and Destroy almost feels criminal for not letting Dashy snipe.
Well, maybe one day, John. Sure, the right people are watching. Full new screen, nades coming through. The bright red nades. LA Thieves running the red icon of this map. Chicago will be in the white. Seeing Envoy make his way in towards that A-bomb site. Bombless, however, Scump does have the bomb inside the B-bomb site towards plane. Seeing Optic play this very, very slowly. The nades have really been spent there from Thieves. TJ on defense. Versus Scum. Now they're just waiting for the pick. It is tense. Without trying to make the play, that's great timing to take care of Splash. We've got eyes on a few more. Here comes the trade through. TJ's going to get involved as well. Envoy up close with a shot punch. Takes care of 10. 1v3 situation. Blink and you'll miss it. Incredibly fast. It's Kenny now. He is in trouble in Chicago. As soon as the bell rang, they were swinging.
That is just clean work as well. I think Formal probably the focal point of this round. Envoy, something he was able to pick up too, but you saw Formal after he got the first blood, picking the player trying to cross on the street. He spots out that second player going back. Crates, calls that out to Envoy. He picks up that kill. Then, of course, TJ just left alone in a 1 versus 3. TJ, absolutely a phenomenal search and destroy player, but there was not a lot of give in that round. He had no opportunities. I get Thieves on the attack. A lot of top planes stacking on offense on this map so far this weekend. See a fair bit of map spread. Maybe there's 2 players pushing a street, running some gunfights. Well, it's Envoy that's going to be there for the information. I don't know if he knows about Slasher coming in, but he's going to find him. There's number 1. Looking for TJ if he can get him. Job done, staying alive. Give him everything.
Dude, he's just slaying it. Kenny's going to try to rebound. Deal some damage here, but Scum up by top B. Nades doesn't find anything. The Flash doesn't find anything either. Dashy's going to find another kill now, and it's all down to 10. Crazy round from Envoy so far. Temp tries to take the gunfight, trying to bait out the push now. Temp re-engages on the Scum, but that's bad manners to double dip. Chicago take another round.
Take a second look. I think this is the moment where Envoy, I wasn't sure if he knew Slasher was in the corner. When he went for the shoulder peek, he saw TJ running away, but the reaction time on point, the nade nice and clean. Easy work for the young man. Again, when he's on point, he's an absolute machine. Born right now in the Los Angeles Thieves side. Frankly, they only have 2 kills combined in 2 rounds on the struggle bus.
Yeah, not a lot you can do with Envoys playing like that. I mean, even the movement around this A lane just Incredibly impressive stuff so far. He's made his way forward. A lot of damage dealt though. Scump straight back up to top lane, just enjoying his time there. Temp's going to move one out, find one. Is the bait and switch? Lovely work. Temp and Slash there, and dashing towards the back lane. Yeah, it does. The flash lands. TJ finds Scumps. This is a great opportunity now for Thieves to get involved in this one, and the trades are effective. Nice teamwork coming out of LA. Get around on the board.
And a wonderful round by Temp as well. The best play isn't even at start. He kept this going just for the final one. But the way he started that out, Envoy trying to play up on the A Street again, his stun does not connect on Temp, and Temp just plays with the aggression. And then even after he gets the kill, he just keeps going forward because he knows Slasher has his back, baits out Formal for the next kill. The aggression again, putting on a nice little show for Temp, heating up for the team. As he's now taking that bomb up towards the...
Yeah, you're going to run into Scump time and time again. Are they going to be able to overpower the king from this position? TJ trying to throw those shoulders, find some information. Scump with a nice timing there on the flash. Going to land at least one of them. He's out. Move on the outside of the ship. What damage being dealt, shots being thrown around. Is there an opportunity to cross though? That's what Tim's worrying about. And he's going to find the first blood, then Ace going to force him out. Perfect timing now. Scump on the wing. Nice shots in an attempt to deal the damage. Not quite get the kill. No one there for the wall bangers. Kenny managed to find a kill. The second kill as well as Dashi and Envoy are done. Scump answers back immediately. But he's still on the move. Great pace being set there. But LA Thieves once again winning out the trades. And that's 2 rounds back to back.
I feel like Kenny may have just done something fierce.
We get to see it.
Ooh. Oh, nice angle to take down Formal, and then the read to get, not even, was it Dashing? Maybe not Dashing, then he flies out for the third. Yeah, he picks up 3 that round, so yeah, Kenny on a nice little pair. Reaction time on point, making the reads on where the guys are going to be coming from, and of course, the angle off the start. A nice one to know. Those underplane fights are incredibly delicate. Can't even really throw shoulders, you just do it for a split second, you might be taken away, but nice bounce back. 2 rounds in a row for the Thieves.
Yeah, right. We got a game on our hands now. Chicago, straight up towards B. It's very aggressive. They're in. They've committed deep trade. It's a stick and a shot. Kenny and Scum shake hands. GG. See you in the next round. Dashi makes his way forward. Beautiful shots. And I don't even know when the rest of the kills came through because it all happened at the same time. Optic Chicago. Another round goes their way. That was it.
This is just aggression on aggression, dude. Nice reads from Dashi on the pre-fire, too.
That was such an aggressive round for the Thieves. Like, they didn't really have much. Once Splasher comes through, it's like, the Envoy's there as well. The teamwork was just immaculate. Great comments coming out of Optic.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, the stick that came in from Scump as well, probably the difference maker. If whatever player that was able to stay alive towards bomb, round potentially a little bit different, but the aim from Scump, whether to be a gun or a nade, completely on point.
Kenny maybe all about the drip. His flak jacket didn't exactly save him that time. Yeah, flak coat. No. So we're going to slow this round down a little bit. 2 members of Optic straight on up. And Temp's going to win the wall bang there against Scum finally. The read's coming through. Yeah. Actually slowing this down. Boys towards the back end of the plane, not really letting anything go down. Again, it's a 3v4 situation right now. Thieves with a lot of coverage. And TJ somehow winning that fight with the AK. Almost great distance now. Trying to level the playing field. Envoy still in that position by backplane. Thieves scattered all across the map. Plenty of angles covered. Go off that bomb and they're playing very, very slow. A lot of respect being shown towards Optic right now. And Envoy in a great position to find one. Slides out. Immediate nade. And Envoy makes these fights interesting. Formal now getting involved, and it's gone from a 2v4 to a 1v2. Formal can't quite get it done though. Thieves. They level it up 3-3.
Just keeping him trapped in. Everything is nice. I think this is the opening kill. Yeah, Temp. Just nice little read coming in from him. Wall bang on Scum just to open up the round. And I just like the patient play, man. Just nobody making mistakes, making sure everyone can take the time to get in the setup. Make sure that I think it was Slasher over towards A Street can work his way up to help out the boys in the top of the plane. Efficient work so far on Checkmate. The back and forth game we expected. Once again, maybe some aggression towards the top of the plane, at least throughout the game. 2 members up top. All things are not going to connect. TJ in that close corner. But TJ, by the way, by himself up there. Kenny gets traded. He did pick up 1. 3 versus 2.
Formal doing a great job there of staying alive, picking up those kills. Envoy somehow, some way, he finds that kill. TJ now trying to keep this level, but man, that was a disgusting kill from Envoy. He had no right to win that. Now TJ in a 1v2. Jump up top. Envoy down low, and Optic Chicago with a disgusting round. Envoy had no right to win that fight.
This is somehow the best play, but I'll take it. I guess the first play is pretty important. But you see how things get developed in these rounds, and they just seem to be going by at a blistering pace right now. Have we even seen a bomb play?
No.
I don't believe. I think it's that we're basically playing like an aggressive team deathmatch where if we need to, the bombs can get involved.
Just in case. Just in case that they need the bomb. Here we go though, TJ. Angles and bomb playing. Stuns will be going through. Envoy's already made his way across to the A bomb site. Safe and sound over there. Kenny with a checks there with an 8. Not a single thing. Jump once again right up top. Fortunate angle with an 8 there, just clipped the side of the wood. Did want it to hit that long corridor down the aisle to the left hand side of the cabin, but still. 1 minute left on the clock, not a whole lot of action. Everyone's just sort of feeling each other out. It's a game of footsies for now under the table. Someone's going to have to make the first move, and it's going to be formal. He's going to take care of TJ. Lethal at range, the XM4. Dashing in a quick transition, lovely work. Trying to bait out those shots. Get those submachine gun players in, and chance, there you have it. LA Thieves will get the bomb down.
Dashi Scum working the top. Obviously, their side is clear. Dashi reads the gunfight. 2 versus 4. Slash in the back of the plane. They're trying to hunt him down. Envoy 1 under the wing. They know Slash in the back. Last alive. And Scump with the SMG hunts him down. Clean work from Optic Gaming. And that round, basically just a trap, right? You got Envoy, whatever, sitting on the A-bomb. He's sitting there watching under the wing. You had formal back NASA just making sure that he can cover his teammate. And I think literally, just because they had everything covered, TJ eventually just tries to make a play. He pushes forward for a half second. Envoy spots him out on the cross. Formal takes him down from NASA. You get the first blood. And then you're happy to give up the bomb plant because you trust the retakes. Optic Gaming looking clean. Not just 1 round away. Going up 2-0 in the series.
That point, Optic Chicago. Offensive round to get it done. Jump once again, bomb in hand, straight up towards the B bomb site. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Trophies go down every single round. The nades are good. Doesn't connect with quite anything, but Formal once again playing real deep back with the reason that tube right in front, the connector on top of the red tower here. Eyes on everything. Eye in the sky plays Overwatch. Eyes on TJ. A lot of information garnered. TJ's going to now stay alive thanks to that trophy system. Envoy trying to make the move forward, but Kenny's got him covered. A minute remaining on the clock now.
Set up too, because Kenny just did that from this position. They got 2 players stacked up on A. They know TJ's over there, but they don't know anything else other than that. They're trying to hunt him down. They weren't expecting that many people. Temp there for the coverage. This will be Scump for a 1 versus 4. He is stuck in the middle of the play.
He's making the Thieves work for it, but sadly, too many eyes on him, too many guns, no chance. 5-4, we're still on map point for Optic. Thieves making them work for it.
Here's the moment, by the way. You see the timing on Envoy. He actually was looking for the exact spot from where Kenny was. Sees nothing and is like, all right, I'm going to go shoot TJ in the back. Little did he know that TJ had the help of Temp. Little did he know that Kenny has the coverage as well. So there's one time where the information game ends up hurting Optic more than it helps them. So, of course, for the green wall, 1 round away, still the game is theirs. Thieves rack up a couple in a row.
TJ heading in the screen, 7-5 overall. Currently on a 2-kill spree. Watch out though, he's getting quite aggressive as he moves forward. Dashi here by the fin, by the tail of the aircraft. Eyes are on. Thieves maneuvering their bomb down low. Many of them on top of that wing now. Dashi could get eyes on at least one of them. Deal a little bit of damage. Optic now trying to reposition, hoping for the kill. Dashi just to his right. TJ's got no idea his former teammate is so close. Dashi right on out. Bruce finds ones, but the trade there once again with an ace. Envoy now getting in the mix, finds the first kill. And the trade's back and forth once again. It's a 2v2 right now. Slasher and Temp for the Thieves. Going up against T2P, Foreman and Scum. And he tags him for Scum. And there's going to be, oh no! The trophy system's going to get it done for Slasher. Incredibly unlucky, and Formal wins his gunfight. And just like that, T2P, they strike hardest. Map number 2 goes the way of Optic, and that's a 2-0 lead in the series.
De facto nade kill from Scump towards the end. The trophy, the friendly fire coming in. It'd be your own boys, right? Own trophy system taking them down, but clean work in the search and destroy. Honestly, we got a nice little look at a couple different strats. And I'd say, honestly, probably the most important kill of that final round is the first blood from Dashi. Takes down TJ. That could have been a moment where Skunk could have just gotten flanked in the top of the plane at any given moment. Dashi had to deal with a lot of pressure on the left side of the map. Manages to get the most important kill before he gets taken down. But either way, double digits for Envoy. Nice game. Once again from Envoy.
Stats on screen there, friends. What an absolute banger that was. Again, we're in for a fantastic year if this is the level of search and destroy we'll be dealing with. We are missing the snipes, there's no doubt about it, but we'll deal with that when we can. But Chance, that was a fantastic one, man. Again, trade after trade, we're really seeing an exciting matchup between these two. Again, I think a long and exciting rivalry ahead of them this year. These are your maps and modes so far. It's a throwback. We're going to raid control next. Cannot get it done in 3. If we don't see that, it'll be a checkmate hardpoint after that, and a garrison search and destroy to decide it. Not a bad ending to a fantastic kickoff classic weekend. We return after this very quick break. More Call of Duty action. I'm also talking to John Robinson of 100 Thieves to get his thoughts and feels on coming into the league and sharing some fun stuff. Don't go anywhere, friends. We've got a lot more Call of Duty action coming up for you later on. Yourself a drink, maybe a tip to eat. See you. Just a quick break for you there, friends. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League here in Kickoff Classic, the final series of the day. We're at map number 2 now. But before we get started into the game, a few days ago I had the pleasure of catching up with John Robinson of 100 Thieves. We talked Call of Duty, we talked the league, and a little bit more. I'm joined by John Robinson of the LA Thieves. John, you are the president of the LA Thieves, of course, 100 Thieves. Mate, first and foremost, welcome to the league. I think now that I've said it, it's truly official, but we're very, very happy to have you.
Miles, thanks for having me. We couldn't be happier to be back.
I mean, there was a hole, a void in the Call of Duty world when 100 Thieves didn't make it into season 1, but now you're in season 2. I mean, what excited you and Nate, of course, about what made you want to get back into the league?
Well, hey man, we felt that too. You know, for a year we were watching CDL and we were watching how much fun everyone was having and talking trash on Twitter, and we missed being a part of it, and I think our fans missed being a part of it. So more than anything, we did this for our fans and the Call of Duty community. Like Call of Duty without LA Thieves, it doesn't make sense. So we had to get back in, and the Thieves are here to stay.
Well, that was one of the cool things when you really did bring with you a rabid fan base. I mean, I've got 100 Thieves merch like right there. Like you've become a part of the Call of Duty ecosystem. It's good to have you back. I mean, what about 100 Thieves? So becoming sort of synonymous with Call of Duty. You know, the COD culture is so it's almost ingrained now. I mean, what is it about 100 Thieves that you think is so Call of Duty?
You know, I think it just goes back to the origins of the company and obviously Nate Schott's history and legacy in the game and everything that he's done for Call of Duty and in the Call of Duty community, both as a competitor and then when he moved on to become a streamer and entertainer. Call of Duty is always going to be a huge priority for him and a huge priority for us at the organization.
Now, obviously, you're more on the business side of things, but how do you feel you guys are looking this year to grab a championship? Because obviously 100 Thieves had great success during the Black Ops 4 season. We're back on a trade-out game. What's the mood like in the camp? Everyone ready to go?
I think we feel great. I think we feel ready to roll. You know, a big part of why we got back in or why we were really excited is when we realized that Kenny and Slasher and THIEVES we're all going to be part of this as we were getting back in. You know, we were only going to do this if we were ready to compete for a championship from day one. So I think with those guys, we were really excited about what we have coming in 2021.
I think one of the questions I've had, we're going off script here, but of all the hoodie orgs, obviously you're up there. You're up there with the best of them. Who do you think your rivals will really be going in this one, aside from just in game, but also in the hoodie sales?
In the hoodie org rivalry, that's a good question. I don't know. You know, I can't say I've taken a look around. I'm not really sure that we have any competitors here in the CDL.
Well, that's a very honest answer, mate, and I appreciate it. But no, we're very excited to see you guys back. Obviously, we missed you dearly last year. I suppose for us now, I mean, how are you looking to grow not just I suppose the LA Thieves brand, because it's you know, you're very much under Thieves, but LA Thieves is kind of an own brand in itself. I mean, how are you guys planning to grow that within the cosplays?
You're going to see LA Thieves all across LA this year. We're really excited about that. We've got some special things coming in and around LA in the next couple of weeks. And I think with our home series coming up later this year, we're really going to lean in. We feel like we're a really deep part of the LA community. Matt and I love Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is always, going back to the Anaheim Majors, has always had just such a fantastic Call of Duty, you know, fan base. So we're really looking forward to getting to know them, and I think we're going to do a whole lot more. And especially when COVID starts to you know, die down a little bit, I think you're going to see a lot from LA Thieves in specifically Southern California.
We love to hear it. Very excited to see what you guys have been cooking up there, and a massive thank you again for not just coming back into the scene, but also for being here and answering these questions, John. Thank you so much.
Sure, thanks for having me, Miles.
Thank you very much, Ron Robinson, for that lovely chat. And I think I can see my house from here, the lovely scenic views of Los Angeles. Get onwards throughout this series. I'll transferring you all the action here. It has been a fantastic week, and we hope you've enjoyed the Kickoff Classic. This ain't the real start of the league. This is where things really get spicy. Atlanta home series, Feb 11th to 14th. That's a lot of Call of Duty to get through, friends. From Thursday to Sunday, we have some fantastic games to get through. Of course, the LA Thieves starting the week off, going up against Rocker. Again, we are starting to see this one out. We're going to be doing this all year long. It is a fantastic time to be a Call of Duty fan. Competitive scene is thriving. Very excited to see what the year holds ahead of us. But yeah, man, the Kickoff Classic counts. I don't know you, but I'm having a blast. I'm having a really nice time. It's been cool to get back into this one. We've all been itching for some Call of Duty. What a series we've got on our hands here.
Absolutely, dude. I can't get over it. Just the 4v4 is so good. It's like I'm watching the mini-map and I understand what's going on. Like, it's a wonderful feeling and really just great Call of Duty. Like, it's nice being able to break down plays and like watching Optic stay alive on like E3 on Garrison for the rotation, everybody back up. It's nice to be able to watch people like even time their deaths correctly and making sure they know when they can and cannot spawn in and when to hold kill cams. The players have been on point. These two teams have been fantastic. Of course, though, we want a little bit more lives out of the LA Thieves. They had quite a few good moments in the Search and Destroy that made it interesting. But we do not necessarily want to see 3-0. Or if you're not the fan, screw it. Keep the gas on the pedal. Take it to them. Get that hot 3-0 and just take care of business.
Starting this one off hot. To start this one off with a listen-in, let's go to a quick Astra Gaming listen-in with Optic Chicago.
Back in the base. I couldn't use jumping out. Flanking envoy weak. Flanking top or low, I can't tell. Flanking Close corner weak. Brandon, which one is it? I didn't keep it. They're on B. Yeah, I played that.
Hey, look, I don't think they stand on the right now, but you know they're doing what they can to get themselves on a beam. It's got one full tick come through by Basketball. Envoy's down, you follow. Envoy's giving you nothing but
trouble.
That's 10, 11 in a row. Envoy giving them the hands. Them's on a 5 spree as well, so I mean, this is getting real interesting, but look at the positions we're seeing Envoy now, Chance, man. He is just going to town on the Thieves.
Bro, he's obliterating 11-0. He's calling out. I mean, again, I know we're listening to comments from the Thieves on that, and half of which was spent talking about where Envoy was on the map. Man is 11-0, manipulating the spawns, going on flank, shooting people in the back. Just like the ratty playstyle. It's just so annoying to deal with. Always going to be shooting the players in the back. Finally gets dealt with after one of the best starts, well, the best start we have seen this entire year. And because of that, you already see 6 life advantage right now from Optic. Shout out to Envoy for making it happen, even if you see that 8 point gets captured. That's secure on B for the Thieves. Not going to be easy. They're still just trying to effectively clear out their own base, finding a little bit of clearance. They've got everyone trapped inside a basketball, but if you're down on lives, you need the objective.
Okay, the situation he's in right now, Tank's performance is great. Holding back for now. Dash is very, very close by that stun man. Just trying to find the opportunity to make the play. Scout's going to cut him down, and when he's in the air, Tank's trying to get the pieces here, but no, it is not going to work out. Jump straight back to it. Guns Kenny as well. 1 minute left on the clock. There are 2 respawns remaining for the Los Angeles Thieves. Optic have got 7. Once again, Envoy in a position to just cause damage. No one going this route for now, and you can see the remainder of the Thieves have made their way forward. They have 1 chance left. Envoy can find him. 10 was a huge gunfight there against Paul. Does not want to take this fight against Dashi as well. LA Thieves, no lives left. Still the 3 of them to try to make the play here. Now it's down to 10. And that's that. Chicago, they're going to take round 1.
And that was the dream situation. So I don't even know if you want to necessarily try to make your gameplay based off of what Envoy is just able to do. But just clinical stuff, man. I mean, this had to have been at the start. Kills on Nard. He's spawning these players over towards Bull. And even towards the end, what we are seeing, when he's like playing in that corner over by Garage, he's going to be spawning them out over towards Ring. He's calling out to his teammates like, hey, I've got everything in the back. They're not going to come through anywhere. We need 1 person to watch mid-map. That can be picked up from full steps. Everyone else just needs to watch that full overextension. That's what Formal and Dash were doing. Like, again, he's effectively the technician. He is telling his teammates exactly where they need to be at all times, just manipulating the map. Phenomenal work.
It sounds amazing. I would love if we could hear that one, and I think we've got full confirmation this time. Let's get it. Second time's the charm. It's time for an Astro Gaming Listen In with Optic Chicago.
Maybe laundry show about ice one close. Yeah, we got water it. Let's trip. Let's trip. And don't laundry. And okay, back there. No B. No BT. No BT. Yeah, we gotta work, Jim. Yeah, I'll switch it. I'll switch it. Huh? I know. Yeah, I'll switch it. You go by. You go by. Good. You know what? No. Flash a week. He's top. And once. Hit top. Right? Flash your head. Oh, money. Flash your head. Where you at? I'm pitchman. You go. Pillars teach you. Can we get down? I'll get our pinch, guys. Any money? That's one. Money? Get our pinch. First one. Yeah, 200 back.
Cover to B. See 1 tick on either side of each site, and now LAT trying to push on out, trying to find these kills all around the place. Chance 35 seconds remaining. Optic. Got to try to make their way forward. Dashi continuing to find these kills. A little bit slower this round, I must admit. Still, nice kills. TJ with the trade there. 28 seconds chance. Clock is paused.
That's that. Shooting players in the back. Second one going to be lined up in front of them, nice and clean. Exactly what Envoy was doing last round, just getting behind enemy lines, shooting these players in the back. TJ now has the opportunity to do the exact same thing. None of these arrows from Optic Gaming right now are going to be turning around. Actually, Envoy, the player to make the reads, he's next level with it. The awareness on point, gets that kill. You got 2 bodies on A. That's going to be good enough for the objective. The issue, of course, for Optic, they have quite a bit of pressure over towards the left side of the map. But they still have to worry about players in their spawn. As you can see, Temp killing Formal in the back. It is a 7 life advantage right now for the Thieves. All about the objective for Optic to move is in.
And 1 kill from Envoy basically gets them the point. But in we go. Whoa, Dashi swat flies. Doesn't quite manage to catch anything from Kenny with the fast footwork. Ken trying to make his way forward against Scum. Scum's a big win by 3. Traded out though by TJ. Clock still ticking, 50 seconds remaining. Formal finds a nice 2-piece. Straight onto the point he goes. 2 respawns now left for Optic. Formal can't quite win the gunfight against the 3, but that's Envoy now helping him out. Yeah, straight back onto the point. Very, very difficult to remain alive in this situation. That's it. No lives left. Dashi's out of the action. It's 3 players now. Or Optic trying to make this work out. Can they manage to get the second ticket beat? Envoy can't quite get it done all on himself. Now going to fall to formal. There's the first. Second kill comes through. There's one player left, and that could be big. Almost there. Can they get the capture? It all comes down to Dash. He's got to get the finish, and he does do it. The gunfights come through. Chicago nail it in the second round.
And that is massive. That is a 7-life deficit turned into a win. You got Envoy in the back juggling the hard point, or the control point, excuse me, in those back spawns, just trying to get that information to the team. The timing doesn't even work out. And so once that player falls, someone's got to make the big play. Straight beams from Formal, picks up 2 while laying down inside the hill. They had the extra bodies around. And that is a wonderful round to win. Again, they spent what? How much time getting flanked by Temp? Getting flanked by TJ as well, constantly getting shot in the back, not a lot of map clearance. They take it with literally the final life. All about that objective and control, Miles.
One more round is all Optic needs. The sweep is complete. It'll be a 3-0, but they've still got a bit of work to do. Straight up towards A, we go on the offense. Scott from up high, the king. He strikes twice. There's a third there, but Kenny's going to finally get the kill. Daphne will pick him up, and oh boy, Optic looking aggressive here on the defense. They're going to drain A. With that, a small moment, a sigh of relief, if you will. Temp trying to find something through mid-map, but he's looking a little lost right now. Kenny making his way up through driveway, backed up by TJ now as they try to take control of some of this area over by the A zone.
All of middle map right now, though, going to be controlled by Optic. Players trying to come through Zig. Temp is able to pick up 1, and actually Temp able to pick up 2. So that is the clearance that they need. Dashy, last man alive. Kenny's able to take him down. That is going to be 3 players stacked up on A. Points secured, and a ton of time on the clock for the Thieves to try to get this B point. Minute and 58 seconds. Lives are tied for them to make this happen. You see the play. Everyone, except for 1 player, trying to push around the flank.
Again, we're still watching that play from Envoy still. Eyes on the flank. Now you've got the kills come through, 3 of them. Now watch Envoy spring to life. Looking towards Garage. He doesn't see anyone come through. He now knows exactly where those players will be heading. And it now falls on the Formal in those engagements up close. Trying to do what he can through mid, but it looks like the lane is open. So sadly, Envoy isn't going to be able to catch anyone on spawn until his teammates send them back to it. But right now, the Thieves making their way forward. It comes down to Dashy now. A minute 25 on the clock. And what is it with Optic and these trophy systems? TJ just dies to Formals. What do they know that we don't?
They know that they're holding effectively a 3v4. Envoy's only value on the map right now is he's just controlling where they spawn and making sure they have to go through mid or that overextension. And that's what they keep doing, but they're just struggling to win these gunfights. Temp, really the last man up, trying to catch people off spawn, just gets hunted down by Dashy. Now they're finally starting to deal with Envoy on the bottom side of the map. But even in the 3v4, Thieves were having no success on the uptake. They are down 5 lives, have no progression on B, ring controlled by Scump. Finally, he gets taken down, but this is just so much map pressure that Optic has. The pace is finally slowed down just a bit, but again, you're down by 6. They're thinking about going on that full OE once again. You see Scump already on the map waiting for that. 2 players pushed up mid, and Envoy again being an absolute nuisance on the map.
Look at the movement right now from Optic. They've just got Thieves trapped at every corner. There's 20 seconds left. Thieves have got to make a play for it right now. This is it. Ashley's on a 5 spree. Envoy's about to finally find one from behind. It's the old punch shot. Temp goes down as well. Envoy slaying his way through. TJ finally finds the kill. That's the final 10 seconds. This is it. No one in position to stop this one. Optic Chicago coming into the kickoff classic, coming into the 2021 season with a statement. That's a 3-0 over the LA Thieves.
Straight up bullying them for the hot 3-0 in control in this series. Clinical work, man. I mean, honestly, that control, a thing of beauty. Envoy putting in work, and keep in mind, there's a minute-long stretch where his only value is basically just controlling where the Thieves are spawning. The rest of Optic, Scump, Formal, and Dashy, fighting 3v4, granted from power positions, but just ridiculous stuff they're able to pull off. They're fighting all that time with a man down at 6 low with a 5 life advantage. Nothing short of dominance on day 1.
Wonderful series nonetheless, a close one at times, but man, that control on Raid was ugly. Quick look at the stats. Look at the kills across the board. 20 and 16 for Dashy, 27 and 22 for Texas Formal. 21 and 12 for Envoy, and Scump sitting in the even Stevens 18. Big stuff across the board again from them. Temp was the only player to really go positive there on the LA Thieves. Everyone else struggling. Again, you saw the trap from Optic. It was just so devastating. There was not a lot they can do. Exceptional match control. Fantastic play from them from start to finish. Wow. Man, it's good to have control back, right? Whether it was good enough to have...
It's great to have control back.
Control is just so good, man. Woo! Right. That's it. Kickoff Classic is done. Games are complete.
There you go.
And I
don't know, a great time as well, honestly, through and through. Dude, Texas formal hits different. Like obviously, you know, for the exhibition matches, there's no CDL points on the line. This is just to get an indication of where these teams at. We don't have to have all the hot takes in the world, even though I know we're absolutely going to. But like, it's good fun. And at least for that final match, man, the hot take is like Optic. They looked insane. No other ways to see it. Just efficient work on the map. It's got to be nightmarish to try to game plan against them.
Nightmarish is a very good way of putting it, too. But before we get through this, again, a little bit of housekeeping, friends. Our scuffed play of the game, it has to go to Envoy. Man, we're unbearable. We get lead, against the lead, I played against him in the CDL players once in NW, and I was like, this is nasty things on the map. This was him pretty much all map long. Envoy, a force to be reckoned with for Optic Chicago.
And dude, just opening up a map and let him know, that's like he was playing league play. Like, that's how he started. That is the type of performance he brings. And one of the scariest parts about this entire stretch might actually be, he got like 6 kills less than Formal.
Yeah.
Like, Formal by the end. Like, you start off 11-0 and Formal still somehow gets more kills. Like, I don't know, man. That was a hell of a map from both teams. Even the offensive round, I'd say, from Optic Gaming. I think Dashy, literally, last man alive. He was down by 5-6 lives for Optic Gaming, and they still did just enough to get the win. Nice little show-off of what Black Ops Cold War. Hopefully the year looks a lot like that as we go forward.
Well, mate, speaking of the year, let's have a quick look at the schedule of the upcoming official season of the 2021 CDL. I mean, mate, if this weekend was anything to go off, we've said this time and time again, it is going to be a fantastic year of competitive Call of Duty. And again, Feb 11th to 14th, get that in your calendars, friend. Valentine's Day, of course. But again, look at those games. They are going to be delightful. The Atlanta home series is going to start things off for us here in the 2021 season. First few games, absolute treats. These go up against Rocker, of course, Empire and Surge, Optic, Legion, you name it. Seriously, you can set not only the date, but the time. Same place, same time. Kick things off each day. Very, very exciting stuff here. The CDL 2021 season. And don't forget, we've got all sorts of stuff coming. We've already touched upon, the drops you can get in games. Don't forget to link your accounts, all of that stuff. All this will be on socials. All of it will be on the CDL website. And again, there's tons to earn. I've seen some of the things where obviously the team skins come. There's all sorts of cool things. Relax. I know the CDO until I know. Relax. All coming. All coming. Am I going to give you anything? No, I'm not. No one's going to give you nothing. It's all coming. We're very, very excited to share it. I hope actually, someone goes back and pauses on the skins. Not the skins, the calling cards you can get this year. Some of them are extremely cool. But I think we're almost ready, mate. We're gonna be chatting to Dashy. We're gonna be chatting to Bruce Almighty after that fantastic performance. And Charles, I want to get your thoughts on this because, we've watched a lot of Optic streaming, we've watched their scrims, we've seen a lot of their gameplay, not as much of LA Thieves. Did you expect us to be closer? Did you expect Optic to be a little bit stronger? What was your thoughts going into this one? Because we barely had any time to really get into that. We were just pumped to start it.
I think that's about what I expected. I mean, even just watching Optic, even from just individual players' perspectives, they seem to be the team that is figuring out the game the quickest. There's 1 or 2 other teams that are certainly in the mix, but they're also being the trendsetters. Again, Envoy just running engineer on his class. He seemed to be one of the first players doing it. All of the work they're putting through. They played P3 on Garrison Hardpoint better than anyone else we've seen today. Again, maybe outside that magical Kenny Spawn, but they just seem to have the game figured out. One of the earliest teams to get that jump. And obviously, there's a ton of Call of Duty and a ton of other matchups we need to see, but they're looking at the top of their game.
At the top of their game, indeed. Well, mate, that's it. For myself and Chance, we're all done here. We hope you thoroughly enjoyed the Kickoff Classic, and we cannot wait to get the season started on February 11th. Coming up after the break, Lottie's going to be talking to Dashy, get his thoughts on that series. But guys, thank you so much. We will see you for the 2021 season start.
Thank you.